G'day, I'm Mark from Self-sufficiency. We're going to go for a bit of an informal walk around, and I'm just going to make a video like that. Nice and easy, but you know, it's easy for me to edit, well, not too hard, and it gets a video out there. So those of you who like to watch a fair bit of self-sufficient me, well, then you get an extra video, and those who don't, well, you can skip this one. So I did some mowing this afternoon, and here's a look at the neighbour's dogs are coming. Normally they'd annoy me if I was filming. They set off all the dogs in the neighbourhood. My fella Scooter, he's trained really well. I can leave the gates open and he won't go out. He is so smart, that dog, but he is a bit of a pain in the bum sometimes, and there's some habits that he's got, and one habit in particular that I'm going to bring to you in a video, a special video. I'm not going to tell you what it is now, but it's quite strange, and I'm making probably a 5 or 6 minute video on it, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Anyway, these guys over here, they've got another 2 dogs over Christmas. I think that makes 4. So they're getting bigger too. They look like another cattle dog. So maybe they'll have three blue heelers or something, or 3 cattle dogs. But anyway, I mowed the good thing about living on acreage is that that doesn't bother me, dogs barking. I mean, neighbours are far enough away that sleeping or watching a movie or something like that, the dogs can bark their heads off. It's not a problem. I mean, if he starts barking, and it's right outside our bedroom window or something, it can be annoying, but all I have to do is bang on the window and or tell him to shut up, and he stops. I've been able to train all my dogs like that ever since, you know, I was in the army at 18. Every dog I've had, I've been able to train to stop barking on command, but also have that barking feature so that you know if someone's coming, which is important, especially on acreage. But living on acreage, you can get away from that. I know living in the city, where we were living up at Kedron, you could hear the neighbour's toilet flush throughout the night. I mean, it's just awful. But anyway, so we did some mowing. I mowed down the side of the block here. This is an easement. It's an easement to get into the parkland there in case there's a bushfire. The fire engines and the council can get through this easement between these 2 properties. So I mowed the front, and you know, we can get pedantic, can't we, when we're mowing the lawn. And well, this isn't a big property, it's only 3 acres, but it's still a fair size of mowing when you've got to mow all this front. And I've said before, I do like grass, and we have got over 100 fruit trees here. And so we're filling up a lot of grass and a lot of lawn with fruit trees. I think we've got about 120 now. And we've got gardens, you know, where all these here, these gardens, these front gardens and all that, none of them were here when we bought the property. It was a complete blank canvas. We've made all this. So we'll head on down to the back. We can get pedantic with the mowing and want to get it all done at once. And I'm like that too. You don't want to mow unevenly and that type of thing, but lately I've been just not giving, I've been taking it easier on the mowing. Instead of spending 3 hours and doing the whole lawn, I'll mow for an hour and a half or something and do just the front and a little bit of the back, and then leave the next day for the rest of it. And I find that's much easier for me, on my body especially. You know, I'm sitting on a mower for 3 hours, and I can get and do some other things, and I just sort of split that up, and I think it's just easier. You know, I've got days where I'll mow the whole lawn in one hit. I've got people coming over or whatever, but if you know, but there's no real reason to mow the whole lawn, then I won't, you know. So I didn't. I've just mowed up to the veggie garden, And I'm going to leave the rest of that, and including the veggie garden, for tomorrow. While I think of it, I'll show you this cool thing. Our custard apple has flowered, and it's fruited for the first time ever. It's only a small tree, this one here, but check it out. There's a little fruit on it. So hopefully that'll develop through winter and ripen, and that'll be nice to try. The patch is pretty much dying off. Got a lot of the Jerusalem artichokes dying off, the chilies are dying off, the peppers are dying off because of the cooler weather coming in now. I can cut them back like I have done with some of these capsicums over here. Cut them back, the leaves are dying off it, and this will come back in summer or in spring and grow more, so you'll get another crop out of it. But we could just as easily remove them as well. I probably won't remove these perennial capsicums here, or perennial peppers as you'd call them in the US. I'll just trim them back like I did to these yellow capsicums, and I'll get another year or two out of these plants. Good trim back, well, at least 2/3 back, and they'll bush right back out again, and in spring they'll be hooking in with the fruit. But yeah, Jerusalem artichokes all died off. We'll be harvesting the roots for that soon. I'll be pickling it again, that's our favourite way to eat it. But I might try to make some flour out of it as well this time. The turmeric is still up, still going strong. He's got some flowers on it still, which is surprising. And have a look at the galangal next to it. They're quite different, aren't they? They sort of look similar but not. You got, that's the galangal there, and that's the turmeric. The turmeric's a bigger plant. Yeah, it's quite interesting. And in between it you've got a Egyptian spinach that's grown. That is lovely. That is really good tasting green to grow through summer here. Anyway, let's skip most of the patch and head down the back, because really I was just going to go down and lock the chickens and ducks up. And I thought, look, I'll grab my GoPro and I'll make a video out of this and tell you what happened today, and I'll post it. Banana trees are doing nicely. I'm going to do a video on bananas. Not sort of like a how to grow bananas, but I just want to let you know where we got these bananas from. And if I can point this up here, you can see that's a pretty good looking bunch. And this one here is an alright one as well. Now I'll put that there. Right. And then we got bananas over here. Though my uncle gave them to me. Well, he gave me one plant. Got a few bunches on that, but they're not doing too great. I think it's actually because it's the variety of banana, whatever it is. It's a ladyfinger, but it's not a very good one. And I've never really got like big bunches out of it. That's why I'm happy about these. Today I bought a banana plant from our local nursery, and I'll be interested to see how that goes. And that's sort of what prompted me to think, well, I've got these three different varieties now of bananas, and I'll put a video together and show you guys, you know, what I think of them. I'll tell you that the variety I brought today, they call it cool bananas. Well, that was the label anyway. So cool bananas. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I was on the way down to lock the chickens and ducks up. And I thought, well, I'll grab you guys and take you with me. This morning I was down here. I was making I got out I let the ducks out and the chickens, and it was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and the birds were going off, the parrots were in the trees, there was all sorts of different bird noises, and it was just beautiful. And the ducks were having a swim in the dam, and I thought, gee, you guys might like a bit of this action. And I wasn't even going to speak. I was just going to film and let the bird noises in the trees and the chickens and the ducks. Here comes the ducks from the dam. I'll get out of their way so they don't get spooked. But I was going to just film it, and usually when they see me coming, they go in the pen. They come out of the dam and they go in the pen. They know the routine that nowadays. So I'll just let them go in, because if I move in there, they get spooked. I mean, they know me and they know the routine, but they're also funny, this lot of ducks. I might have to put a bit of feed in these chickens' bins as well while I'm here. But anyway, what I was saying was, it was really beautiful. So what I did was I got my phone out and I started filming, and I filmed just the noises. I didn't speak at all, and I was just going to post that as it is, about 5 or 6 minutes of video, and see what you guys thought of it. But when I got back and started and uploaded it to my computer, and I played it back, the noises on the phone and the sound was just poor quality. I mean, even poor for my standards. So I didn't end up posting it because I don't want to post crap. It just wouldn't have sounded the way it should. The dam is nice and full from all this recent rain. I've put some extra logs around it. The ducks have been swimming in it all day, so it's fairly murky. But the logs are there for the native frogs and the frilly neck lizards to come out, and the water dragons hopefully to populate this area. I've been keeping Scooter, even though he's duck and chicken friendly, I've been keeping him out of here because he will attack the lizards, unfortunately. I mean, he goes for the goannas as well, which is not good for him, because if he gets bitten by one of those goannas, they'll tear shreds off him. But thankfully they just run straight up trees, and my dog can't climb. He's smart, but he's not a climber. Yeah, so it was a shame that I couldn't bring you those sounds. Well, maybe I could bodgy up a little bit of here. Here's a bit of a bodgy of some segments that I think that I'll salvage from this morning. Oh well, there you go. It was all right, I suppose, but it could have been better. Rightio, you guys get in there. This girl here's molting. Molting, we've got winter coming. Winter is coming. Come on, move it. Oh, you've knocked this down. Oh yeah, looks like they've eaten their feed. Yep, all gone. I'll have to go back up, I think, and get some feed. All right, well, I'll sign off there. I hope you enjoyed a little walk around in the chat. A bit of an impromptu video in the vloggy type style. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, share the video if possible. Bye for now.